Hello everyone, and welcome back. Today I'm going to be playing more Golgari. I know I've been uploading it a lot to the channel, but I didn't necessarily feel that great yesterday, so I was just going to play the deck that I enjoyed playing the most. So in some of the cases in the game, you might be able to tell that I'm a little under the weather, but it is what it is. The only thing we really changed is I end up trimming a Tortoise to play the Deepest Betrayal bet. Here, I think having this 4/4 lifelinker that can also hinder their hand when we're playing Liliana the Veil in the deck, and having this make more creatures is just good for us because it alone does a lot of what our other cards can do and take over the game by itself. So other than that, we're just going to hop into the game, see how they go, and I hope you all enjoy them. Alright, we go first. Keep this. We'll play Padded Lane. Play Swamp. Apparently mono red is just everywhere right now. We'll play the Mosswood on the 3/2 side because we want it to trade up with whatever they attack with, and then we'll just cycle if we need to. Oh, this is one of the worst mono red players of all time. I hate this, dude. I hate when they mix basics. It's so gross. You have to intentionally go in to your deck and pick different basics. Like, that's you. Take Godric for like obvious reasons, I would imagine. Let's play a Preacher. We can play Godric, get some damage in, call it a good time. We'll get Preacher. We can block the Kamano. Okay. Yep. I know, stellar gameplay. It's almost like it happens every time. But we are just going to play bigger and bigger cards and hope they can't do anything about it. And then we'll play a 4/4 flying lifelinker. Hope they can't do anything about it then. I could have attacked, make a 1/1 lifelinker, which probably wasn't a bad idea. But this also just holds back a lot of creatures. Let me see it. Let me see your attack. Okay. Gonna give that flying, put a Wicked Roll token on it. Or make a treasure, I guess. Sure. Yes. I'm genuinely surprised they didn't put it on their flyer. Attack. Reason why is because it makes a lifelinker. This lifelinker can block. If they want to double block here, I'll take it. We have no reason not to accept that double block. We can even potentially just play like a Glissa. Or if they double block, we'll just cut down one of the creatures. They don't. Alright, it's bat time. It's the Batman. You draw a card, you'll lose some life. A 4/4 life-linking bird. The Bat Bird. They decide not to attack me for some reason. I'm definitely attacking with the Betrayal Bird. I know what's coming now. What spell do you have for 1 mana? Honestly, don't really care about this Godric. How many cards you got in there? Not enough. Or do I care about the Godric? I have so many ways to protect it, I guess. Like this, I guess. Sure. 4, 5, 6. That's 10. We're just short. See if we can't catch him slipping a little, you know. We attack here. Just because it makes sense. See if we can't catch him slipping. We let them make the 1/1. I mean, probably, right? Phoenix Chick that can't block. Cool with not letting them do it now. Especially if they tap out. Is that even more of a reason to allow them attack and make a 1/1? Am I dead to Monstrous Rage? Oh boy, does it feel like it. I mean, probably, right? They just reveal that they're not going to have Monstrous Rage, so we let an all-out attack happen, I guess. That's what they want to do. Ah, they're holding back. Smart lads. Smart lads. Scared lads, but smart lads. We'll get this out of the way, I suppose. Field Ruin, not quite the play, but a land nevertheless is actually fine. Bring this up, so we'll be able to make a food. What do we want to attack with here? Pretty much. Next. Can't block, so they're attacking with this no matter what. They'll attack with this no matter what. They'll have a squee to bring back, so it'll get flying. Actually, I get to take the squee out, but they can always just play another one. This and this. If I attack with this, they make another. I make another 1/1. I guess I don't have to attack with my Shieldred, right? This is still like a lethal attack. Right? Because 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, it's still a lethal attack. But I also get to make another 1/1 lifelinker. We take out the squee for what feels like obvious reasons. If they block here, they didn't have enough cards now, but if they block, they would. So that block makes sense. That block, that makes sense. We'll take one. I guess maybe we should have just attacked with our 1/1 lifelinker, maybe. Sure. Okay. You got play with fire? Okay. Yeah. I mean, his mana base isn't painful. There's been so much Rakdos lately. What is happening? So much Rakdos. It's like so popular for so long, completely died, and then now it's like, well, team, I don't know if you've ever seen that card before. You don't let it live. Nope, not a chance. A Monstrous Rage plus another buff spell, we die immediately. Like, do not let that guy live. No shot. No sirree, no way. This is a different Rakdos. Maybe it's supposed to be Jund, because they could technically play a land that can, like, make that mana, but I kind of doubt it. Heck yeah, dude. Oh, we got away with it. Whew. I was puffing there. A Monstrous Rage. I hate cut down sometimes. I hate them playing the same card every time. Relax. How many more copies of that you need? Now we're like, do you prioritize the damage or not? Nope. That makes sense. That just makes sense. I'm not gonna lie to you. It's double creature, double block time. Yep. But no, probably won't matter. Maybe it will. Yeah. I know the way. I mean, if they don't find pump spells, I feel pretty solid about what's happening. That's a pump spell. This is just enough. No matter how you assign it, they both kill it. Yeah. Seems a little rogue. Seems a little rogue. Not gonna lie to you. No matter what they did, we were blocking there. I am going to cycle to replay this. I'm going to recycle it to play my Graveyard Trespasser and eat one of their Ruiners, I guess. And then attack. If you would like to trade them, you can. Because when this dies, it pings something for 1, and it would just ping the Dread Knight. If they make that trade, then we're solid. There's not really a whole lot I think I'm dead to unless they play like impulses. Sure. And that's going to do it. If we didn't go first, I think we have to throw this back. But because we do go first and the creatures we have are really strong, I'm going to keep. I have like decently good draws. Maybe our Trespasser is pretty good in general. But Vogue's going to be on Esper, and we're going to have an awful time. That's a prediction. I don't actually know. And pass. Knock, knock. Let me in. They're on Esper chat. Who would have thought? Wow. What a thriller. Guys gonna watch me concede so fast. Maybe. Who knows? It's just like, my only problem with playing against control is this right here. What we doing? Play speed could maybe slightly increase. You know? Moves of combat. We get this Elspeth smited. Then it's okay. Like, I know what... I would go for the throw. It's like, I know what they're going to do. It's just, we need to get there at some point. Just do it, you know? No. We'll just take out a creature. We'll gain a little bit of life. The only reason we want to really... The only reason we really want to gain life is if we ever establish a Preacher. Uncounterable. So it doesn't stop it. Sweet. Alright. Next turn, we can play another Graveyard Trespasser, eat a creature, put our life total at equal, and then attack, get 2 triggers. But it seems like they're probably going to remove it before we get to combat. It's not going to matter. Because instant speed spells are meant to be played at sorcery speed. Auto resolved. Very nice. We eat our Trespasser, set our life total both in 19, attack, get 2 triggers off this. Or, never mind. Graveyard Trespasser. I wanted to draw a card. Got my goal. I just wanted to draw a card. And now they played the fun card. The Sunfall. The card that generally just eats us every time. But we'll play a Tortoise. We hit a land, so we still have chances. It's like when we don't hit a land that it starts to get really difficult for us. Graveyard fills up. Shieldred gets a little bit better, but not necessarily in the spot. They have 2 mana. They can bring this up, but we'll attack with the Tortoise. Just like, we pretty much know the plays that we need to do. We only need 1 mana for this, so we're going to pop this. I guess we could have blown up their man land, but now we're just going to cycle with the Field of Ruin as much as we can. They don't float a mana. They grab a basic plains. We'll go to combat. We'll attack. Fucker, we hit a Field of Ruin. It hits. We feel great. Like, a little part of me doesn't want to commit anymore. I think committing makes a lot of sense. There are 5 cards left. We'll just play Glissa, I guess. Get exiled by Sunfall. I don't really care. Preacher's in there. I think we play both of our Graveyard Trespassers already, right? We don't have any more of those to draw to exile the Memory Deluge. We'll probably get hit with another Sunfall because that's just how control works. Or Farewell. I mean, they can always Farewell me. Oh, I'm so surprised. Like, it's just not surprising, you know? Play Void Rend. Do I really just barrel that? We're gonna try. We only have 8 creature in here. Well, we have 2 actually. We have Preacher as well. Ew. Wonder if we have a removal spell for that. But exile target creature, or are you getting a copy of it? 7 mana still. So cringe. Play this. They have to sacrifice their Kaya. Has to be a non-token creature, non-token artifact. They don't have the mana. This is a token. They don't have the mana to activate this, so then we can also do this. Sacrifice a token creature, and because I don't have the mana to activate that, we get the Virtue out of play, so I don't have to do that anymore. Because as fun as that was not enjoyable at all. Alright, opponent. Keep having answers. I mean, that's perfectly fine. I was I love that they put those abilities in here. Like, Arena doesn't only have singleton, like, heads up formats. Turn. You cast that Memory Deluge, not the one from your graveyard? Never know. They might have found all their basics. I have no idea. I'll do it now. Ah, who would have thought? There goes to go for the throat. We have a Shieldred to play following this turn. How do I beat the card Memory Deluge? He's just way better at drawing cards than us. Hey. Calm down. Got the Miltary. Or discard 3. The Emperor's there, my lord. Did you keep one removal spell in hand? Your foreshadowing's nuts. You're telling me you kept go for the throat instead of the end? You're so smart. I don't know. I guess. I would have hated to end the cottage and have taken every single copy out of my opponent's deck. I would have hated that. Alright, will you sack your Ashiok? Thank you. I'm not gonna lie. Kind of just want to keep flipping this thing. Like, just pop this, I guess. Flip this back. So no matter how much, like, kind of product they produce here. Remember to lose here. Can find a go for the throat and they can remove it. But let it flip. Alright. So nuts. You're so nuts. It's just like we work every day. Just to never have it matter. One. Can't remember to lose this time. Can't feel to ruin me though. Or Mirix me. Sure. Getting bonked. Remember to lose right now? Trying to find another Void Ren for my Virtue, I guess. Or just like any answer at all. Probably a fair welcoming. Which, don't get me wrong, that sucks, but I think I'm realizing why a lot of times if I'm playing against Esper or like blue-white control, I just concede. This match has taken longer than any match I've had combined today. It's like not particularly close. Artifact. Sweet. Yeah, so we will flip this because that makes a lot of sense. We'll blow this up, get it out of the way, and then I will play this Liliana of the Veil. I will minus it on that. I could have plussed, but my cards in hand are actually not that bad. I have 23 cards. The only problem is I'm going to get them to some point where I feel comfortable, and then they're just going to play Jace and then mill me. Then play another Jace and then mill me again. Okay. No, 3. Oh, there went the Void Ren. Let's go, dude. You're trying so hard to win this game. Sure.
I hope you're ready to move. I'm tired of your secrets.
This? I'd like to exile it.
Keep watch for intrude. Back to wandering.
Alright. Add top deck, please. Makes sense. But opponent, I asked for a bad top deck, not a farewell. Well, let's go. Alright, you can't play that land, man. Come on. You know better than that. Cycle it. Do you even have any creatures? They've all been exiled. What a funny situation that is, huh? I mean, I guess we'll plus here. Realistically, we're on the shielded meal plan. The meal plan. We just keep taking out their Merrick's tokens. So the infect's not necessarily a problem. Our life gain outgains this every time, so we could attack. An Emperor is a draw that they can have. And it looks from me that it's actually kind of a likely draw, but they play a lot more planeswalkers than the average deck would. That's kind of catered to like how decks are built today. Sure. Maybe that's a reason to leave that behind, but negate memory deluge. That's a good one. I would like to do this, and in response, you can memory deluge. Oh. Alright. Time to pick up your graveyard and look at your deck. To populate Sunfall. Farewell Sunfall. So there's probably a couple more in there, huh? You have to imagine there's a couple more in there. I guess I just hold Decklist because I don't really care that much, I don't think. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. They would have exactly Emperor mana, so I'm kind of chill. I'm kind of cool. I'm vibing. I don't have to do anything. If you find an Emperor, I'm not going to give it free value, you know. Who would have known that the Shieldred would have come so far? They keep cycling. I just have to win the mill plan, which is nuts. Also, Shieldred's doing like 3 or 4 things a turn. 6 to 10. Sure. Give a better draw than that one. Probably can't. The combat. This is where we try to fish out information. Back. And we fish out information. But what's the odds that they hit this plus Void Ren that normally is only a 2 of in decks? Did I just prove myself wrong? 1, 2, 3. They don't play more than that, right, team? Sick. Merrick's is tapped. So that's gone. Or gone. Definitely playing this out now. Again, we're just trying to protect their life total and mill out our opponent. What a crazy way for Golgari to potentially come back and win. Webcam, are you okay? You're like running a little slow. I think their plan is to try to mill me. I don't think it's fast enough, though. It could be. Another land. Populate. Uh-huh. Sure. Yeah, that makes sense. Sure. You don't have enough green black mana to keep activating more of them. Yeah, we play Glissa. This has got to be probably hands down the funniest game I've ever played in my entire life. It's so good. We'll take out that because why not? And then I'll play this. Why not? And we pass. I still have a virtue. You can bring up a cottage if they'd like, and I will just block. In which they can play another emperor, which I don't even know it's legal. We'll keep. The planes in our opener is not ideal, but it's also not like that bad. You're playing the cat. I'm playing Skrelv, I guess. It is a card. I'm not gonna make the dumb mistake and be like, oh yeah, I'll just go for the throat to Skrelv. Can't do it this time. Get Skrelv up out of there. There's the veteran. There's an officer. My Glissa, I guess. I'm gonna go under a Brutal Cathar, in which I'll allow, or even an ossification, which is honestly best case scenario. That means I only gotta spend 2 mana to do this instead of 4. 2 mana to doo-doo on the doo-doo. Ah, it's night. What if your top deck's full of knights? What if it is indeed? Attack? Draw a card. Tough. Tough. Do we Liliana and then make them sack? What do they sack? This and then they bring it back? That's kind of annoying. We'll play this. We'll pass. We have an edict. We'll decide what to do with that edict in a moment. They do another knight. Do I care? I care about Spellbook. That guy's annoying. I had a trigger to stop it there, I guess. Another recruitment officer. Honestly, get this spellbook out of here. I don't want them scrying and manipulating. I want them to either rip the card off the top, cry. One of the two. All right, we get bonked. No more doing what I just did. Let's play Lily. Let's plus Lily, take their last card. We'll get rid of the cottage here. Ganjo is a card, and I'm just going to hold this Glissa back. Hope they hit nothing. Have to activate the recruitment officer. Maybe take a turn off. Who's to know? Yeah, just a casual turn off, you know. I was thinking. Yeah, definitely not going to be like a Thalia, Brutal Cathar here. Casual turn off. I don't know what these are. Well, don't feel great about it, but you know, let's have you sacrifice your veteran. It's like, what else would you sacrifice here? Oh, recruitment officer? Honestly, perfectly fine with that. These veterans I don't really care about. That's a fantastic draw. Now that means we get to play everything from our hand. One of those. Honestly, could just minus. But I'm just going to prioritize plussing here, I think.
Drop it.
Then we will target here, hoping you're big enough. Ew. Ew. Land. Activate. Drop. for another night. You know, we had a casual turn off earlier. What if you wanted to do it again? Or you just grab the Lord and you set up for a turn. Not that bad. Or you can't because I have a Liliana in play. Now you would have to kill it. That's an Adeline. That's not good. Alright. How much are you willing to commit towards this Liliana to make sure your thing's there? That's it. Enjoy that, I guess. Hey, I think you can sacrifice one of these veterans to make sure this Liliana dies. It's not that deep. Like, what are we doing? Why did we do that? Just let one of them go. I'm just gonna play Graveyard Trespasser, eat a card, plus his Liliana, take your Adeline out. And then I just got stuff to do. I can attack with this, maybe. You can block with this, but it like trades up to like 3 creatures or 2 worst case scenario. You got it, King. I don't know. I feel like I shouldn't have won that game, but they really didn't want their veterans to go anywhere. I was not recording. We had to maul our first hand. It will keep, and the Shieldred's Edict will go away. I haven't played against enchantments in a while, so if I would put this Terra Sunder on the bottom, it'd have been enchantments. It's not, but I think our removal is going to be good. Come on, Thalia. Come on down. No? You're Esper? Please don't be Esper. I can't handle Esper. Just don't cast anything. Matter. Get rid of you. I think we didn't play this Graveyard Trespasser, am I right? Schwamp? Trespasser? Oh, any old one of those cards at random, I suppose. We'll get the other one next turn. Ass whack. That is whack. It also seems whack. I was about to do some crazy stuff for them to just like play something better here. Sure. We will get the Death Toucher out of the way because I'm going to continue to try to attack them. Don't worry, team. I'm going to draw all my lands and it won't matter. And go. I will sit here like a good boy while you keep playing legendary creatures, probably. I mean, I guess. At least this is like kind of a spell if you think about it. If your last land's in a Gonjo, so be it. Flash him in. No? What do you have? Wild. Wild for this. You know what? I thought about it. Get this out of here. I'm gonna make your mana hard. This is a white creature. I don't believe you. You play a plains? Sure. I guess I can get any land type, but we don't have shocks anymore, so. Okay. Man's gone. Yeah, there's Rona. There's old Ronski. Dude, please. Can I stop drawing lands? I have 7, 8, 9 lands and 3 cards. Yeah, that's the way. That's the way we wrote it up to be. A pass. I mean, there's not a whole lot I could do, you know. What am I supposed to do here? I can't do anything, I guess. Like, technically, I just have to pray I can draw something better. Like, Midrange, will you let me draw better? They concede. I am empty-handed. They activated Rona. They have 8 cards in hand. They concede. Post-game wrap-up. Along with not feeling great, Arena was crashing a lot yesterday, so I actually got it up and working today. I had like a little patch or something. I don't really know what was happening, but the server issues kept kind of disconnecting late last night, so getting the outro recorded was a little tough because it just kept being like, oh, you've been disconnected. I'm not sure why, but deck proceeds to do what it does best and kind of fighting creature decks, and a lot of times kind of losing to control decks without the deck getting overly long. I had one matchup where I won against control and one where I lost to control, but I kept the one where I won because it was significantly more interesting with me potentially getting there with a Shieldred. Obviously, you know I won now if you watch the whole video, but it was just like, will we get Shieldred to get there or not? Because we were so close to losing to it, the fact that they play Jace. So I thought that game was more exciting. The other one was really just like long and drawn out for probably no reason. I was already like committed to the game at 7-8 minutes in, so I was just like, I'll just keep playing. But without the video being 2 hours long, I thought that was just a bad idea. But yeah, so we're here. We have this. We got this in. I liked a lot. The Deepest Betrayal bat is, it's a 5 mana, so it's kind of costly to try to like play this and justify it because it is expensive. It doesn't really do anything on ETB, but best case scenario or worst case scenario, it dies. Well, I guess getting exiled, but worst case scenario normally is it'll die and then we'll get another land in play that we can probably flip pretty normally. We do play Liliana. We do play a lot of cards that require attention, so their hand is normally never that, or unless it is control, and then they play Sunfall, and then you hear me complain about it. But outside of that, this card actually did a lot of good work. Mono red, it is because we can always get to that top end kind of, or that like mid-range game against mono red, and this helps actually kind of lock the door and throw out the keys, you know, because it's got that life link on it and the discard effect and making bats potentially and doing things like that, you know. So it's very cool. It's very cool. Other than that, we trimmed the tortoise. I like playing 2. I think 3, like obviously the mana reduction is great. I think playing 3 can sometimes kind of get you in trouble with the kind of cards that we play in terms of like, I only have 2 of these, I only have 2 of these, only 2 of these, 1 of these. Like, I think playing too many copies of this starts milling over all of our cards that we find important, and then we have to rely on Virtue to get the stuff back. And I just don't really want to do that necessarily because I think it's a little bit complicated to do that in terms of like, one time if I play this and I mill over my Nissa, like there goes one big bomb, my one big win con in a grindy matchup that I need to just be producing creatures every turn. So it does get a little bit like awkward in terms of like trying to use this tortoise. So I did go down to 2. I do enjoy playing in the deck though, because I think the value it provides is like astronomical. I think it's really good. The card that impressed me today the most, and the card I was kind of hesitant on adding because I was just like, I don't know. It's just this. The main thing that this does is the vigilance. And then obviously the map tokens are kind of whatever. Like you could argue like investigate tokens would be better because you draw a card no matter what. But the map tokens actually tend to just be like really good because when it enters, you get 1. When it attacks, you get 1. And if you activate the map token before you attack, like sometimes it's a 4/5 where you get more information off the top that you want to do. And then maybe you can remove a creature and play if it's another removal spell on top. And you're like, well, I'm going to draw that so I can remove the creature and attack with this anyway. But this just becomes a massive creature so fast, and it doesn't tap. So Emperor, you don't have to worry about like you do with a lot of the other creatures. So, like, with the Graveyard Trespasser, we don't care about Wandering Emperor that much, and that's why I've enjoyed it so much. Because they still have to discard another card to get rid of it. So, sure, they exile it, they gain 2, but this did at least 2 damage, most likely, if it exiled 2 creatures. So, it's not, like, that worse of a trade-off. But they also have to discard a card along with that, so Graveyard Trespasser gets a lot of value there. But this is, like, another thing that just can help generate so much value with these map tokens. And of course we can't draw the card off the top, but we can make plays around it to set it up. For example, if we use a map token, look at the top card, then we can cycle a Mosswood Dread Knight to actually draw that card if we feel it's necessary, or something like that. Outside of that, I think the deck list is solid. I had a lot of variance. I think one of the games you can kind of see it where I just been drawing all lands. It's been happening like vice versa, where I have all the 3-drops in my hand, but I only have 3 mana to just play 1 spell a turn. And I don't know if you played Magic recently. If you play 1 spell an entire turn cycle, you're probably going to be losing most of the time. Even mono red, if they were demanded to play 1 spell every single turn, I don't even think they can really do it. It's a tough, like, kind of way to crawl out of game or get into the game. If you're first, sometimes you'll be fine, because, like, that's an area where, like, playing Sentinel's not that bad, because Sentinel's actually going to eventually get you out of it because of the map tokens it produces. And if they're all non-lands on top, like, it's going to get massive and they're just not going to be able to answer it. But, like, Lissa helps in those spots. Preacher can kind of help in those spots. So, you know, that's all I got to say. My dog is demanding attention now, so I gotta go. Sorry, chat. The dog is important, and she might have to go potty. So I hope y'all enjoyed watching, and please be sure to subscribe if you did. Watching, goodbye.